I don't know. To be honest with you, I felt completely in that flow state tonight. I felt I did everything that we trained. And yeah, it felt great. Every round felt like it was mine. And I'm so happy that I got to showcase the takedown defense. I'm glad that I got taken down once, and I could show that even if you get that, you're not holding me down. The game plan worked perfectly. Me and my team, my coach, we worked on this game plan. It was perfect. I think it was the perfect plan. And yeah, I don't think I could have done it better. The big thing was, obviously I could have gone for that finish, but the big thing about that was to go and prove. I said Still Knocks 2.0 is here. Part of that was showing the composure, not just going crazy. And every time I caught him, I could have gone crazy and go for that finish. But, you know, I basically had 4 or 5 finishes tonight.
I was just about to ask that. No, typically you do a lot of blitzing and you're very aggressive. And tonight you seemed a lot more calculated. Even when you had him hurt, it didn't seem like you were rushing in a lot. Was that a point in this camp to just settle down a little bit and more just like let the shots come as opposed to like forcing the issue a little bit?
Yeah, I wouldn't say it was a point in the camp. You know, it's been 11 months. It was a point of the small margins at this level that make you either champion or contender, and I don't like to be a contender.
I've been a UFC champion, but like this is up there, man. To go against Benn, to be his comeback match, it was an amazing thing.
I got 2 last questions. One more for you, Belal. You did your job. Colby went out there and did his job. It looks like things might be trending in the right direction for a matchup, but did you get to watch Colby's match with Arman? And if so, what did you think of it?
Nah, Colby sucks. I was like doing laundry. I'm not paying attention to that clown.
I hate to even bring up hearing that score or dealing with the score, because that's one thing that I kind of pattern myself is I never care about the score because I'm dominating. And unfortunately, you know, now I'm on the end. Tonight I was on the end of, you know, hearing the score. And yeah, I didn't like it, but it is what it is. I just couldn't necessarily get going. He was big, strong, he's rangy, you know, so it was a little tough to get going. I took kind of like a thumb punch in the eye early on, and that kind of blurred the vision a bit, but you know, no excuses. It is what it is.
I was actually about to ask that because it was that one of those weird, it's kind of a punch, but it also looks like the thumb went in the eye at the same time. How compromised did that make you?
It was pretty compromised. Like I said, he's a big boy, and you know, when you start seeing 2 of the big boys, and he's got kind of, like I said, it's a weird, rangy shots, so it's kind of a little delayed to get out of the way of those shots, you know, seeing them, but you know, no excuses. It's tough to be on this side. I'm not used to being on this side. So, yeah, kind of sucks.
Into this fight.
There's not a world where I would have lost tonight. I said that. There's no world where I lost tonight. If I had to cut off a limb to beat him with, I would have done that tonight. You know, that loss again, my last fight, losing that fight, I hated it. I absolutely hated it. And desperation is not the word, but I'm a winner, and losing doesn't sit well with me.
I'll go back to the victor here, DDP. Do you think he's earned the title shot compared to Imavov? Who do you think will be next against Strickland?
I don't think about that shit tonight. You know, he just fought a great fight, looked good, and you know, we'll go back to the lab on Tuesday and start kicking it around.
Last one for me. Any update on Conor McGregor?
He's having knee surgery.
Not make that fight.
Do you think that's the biggest fight in bantamweight history, you and Petr Yan?
Absolutely. I mean, I would love to hear someone's argument. I think me versus Cheeto was the biggest fight. I think it was the biggest fight as of now, or is. As far as numbers, gate, like that was the biggest bantamweight fight of history. So I think me and Petr would beat that.
And then just
there was no beef in there tonight. It was 2 warriors going at it, and I think we showed that to the world.
and I respect the respect that you're showing your past opponents, but talk a little trash to the rest of the middleweight division right now as far as Imavov and Strickland. He's the champion. You beat him twice. Why are those guys not on your level?
Because I beat him twice, and I didn't even know if Imavov was still fighting. Is he? He's still fighting? Imavov? I mean...
there and then with him. You know, I'm not worried about nothing with Ryan. I ain't scared about nothing. What's there to be scared about? He's a spoiled brat and carries on like a little child, throwing his toys out the pram. You know, having like social media tantrums. You think I'm worried about him? I've just gone up to middleweight and fight of the year. You think I'm worried about Ryan, a lightweight? Not at all.
And just a couple more.
Was that for you?
You are 100% in that. People forget everything. I mean, especially MMA fans, bro. They are the best and the worst in the world. They forget every good performance you've had after one bad one. And, well, after tonight, they'll probably forget about the worst one too.
And the saunas and the bath. Explain it to us.
Your body becomes like a machine to like be made into
water.
hitting
You
all
feel
these
like
things.
You literally feel like you're dying. You can feel your heart like beating out of your chest. It's like when I'm actually on weight, it feels like death.
No, it was about being able to defend and counter whatever he throws at me. It wasn't about one technique. It wasn't that. It was, I don't think people realize what we did. Me and my coaches, me and my team. I don't think they understand the changes we made.
Dust here, are you the true African champion?
Who won both fights?
You did.
So you said it, not me, brother. No, my man, I think it's all respect. You know, with me and Izzy, that whole thing got out of context. I mean, I think we have so much respect for each other after sharing the octagon. I have respect for any man. And after being in there with Usman tonight for 5 rounds, that man deserves all the flowers in the world for the career that he has had. So does Adesanya. These are incredible, incredible athletes, and we as Africans, we inspire a whole continent. And there's not a lot of us in the UFC, especially at this level.